What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. This is DripGodDero, and I'm back again with another bang. So in today's video, we will be ranking every player on the 2022-2023 Brooklyn Nets roster. Now we gonna continue the trend, and this one should definitely be fun. So without further ado, let's switch over so we can take a look at their roster and take a look at the tier list. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have the tier list up, and let's take a look at the different categories. The different categories we have are stars of the team, very good player, deserves big minutes, decent rotational player, gives you solid minutes, fine for garbage time / development, and get them off the motherfucking team. Now, let's scroll down some more so we can see all the players. So y'all see all the players. That's the Brooklyn Nets roster, and without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we do get into it, like the fucking video, comment on the fucking video, subscribe to the fucking channel, because y'all already know I bring weekly great, magnificent NBA content. But hey, let's get back to the tier list. Alright, so we're going to try to make this video quick. I know sometimes when I make these videos I go on a tangent, so let's try to make this a little quicker than usual. So let's get the two obvious ones out the way, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So Kevin Durant is the best player. I don't feel like we need to argue that. Kyrie Irving is the second best player. I don't think we need to argue that. And just so you guys know, all these players will be in order from best to worst. So Kevin Durant is the #1 best player on this team. Kyrie is the second best player on this team, and it will be like that from further on in the video. So let's keep this moving. As the third best player on this team, I have Ben Simmons. Now, a lot of people can argue that it's not Ben Simmons, but me personally, I feel like due to just the amount of diversity that Ben Simmons provides, I have him as the third best player on the team. He is a good passer. He's averaging 6 assists. He's a good rebounder. He's averaging around 7 rebounds. And he always guards the best star on the other team. So how can we really argue that he's not the third best player on this team? He's also good in transition. I want to note that as well. So yeah, I definitely got him as the third best player on this team. Right behind him, I do have Nick Claxton. Now, I got him as the fourth best player on this team because he's been having a pretty great season this year. He is shooting 73% from the field, and he's averaging 2.6 blocks per game this year. That is crazy. He's up there with some of the best rim protectors right now, and hey, he's been in his bag lately, especially when it comes to defense, so shout out to him. He's also averaging 8 rebounds per game, but one thing I will note is that his free throw does need work. But besides that, man, he's been playing amazing defense, has been an amazing, rim protector. What else do I need to say? Right behind Nick Claxton, I do have Royce O'Neal, and I do have him also in very good player, deserves big minutes. No, he provides somewhat of a 3-and-D style of role. He pretty much plays a role similar to Bruce Brown as of last year, and he's one of those players that the stat sheet doesn't jump out crazily for him, but he does do a lot of the intangibles, such as hustling hard, diving for the ball and things of that nature. He's shooting 41% from 3 as well, so I do want to note that as well. And yeah, I definitely feel like he's a very good player who deserves big minutes and is essential for the success of this team. Right behind Royce O'Neal, I do have Seth Curry. Now, should I put him in very good player, deserves big minutes, or decent rotational player, gives you solid minutes? No. I think I'm going to put him at very good player, deserves big minutes. Now, I don't feel like he's as important as these 3 players, but he does provide a role that is very needed on this team, being a being a catch and shoot player who can also create his own shot. that's something that is underrated to me when it comes to Seth Curry. A lot of people just think of him as a catch and shoot player, but he can also create his own shot. He's also decent in the pick and roll as well. So I definitely feel like he is the 6th best player on this team. And hey, he's shooting 41% from 3 on 4 attempts, man. You can't beat that. And he's definitely the best archetype of the catch and shoot 3 player on this team, because let's keep it real, the Brooklyn Nets, they do have a lot of small guards that are specifically catch and shoot off of the dribble style of point guards and guards in general. So he's definitely the best when it comes to those types of players on this team. Right behind him, I have Yuta Watanabe. Now, I got him in this position because, man, I know that this is not going to last, but he is literally shooting 52% from 3, which is insane. Yes, that's insane. Now, do I expect this to last the whole season? No, but I do feel like he does have a lot of potential. He is 6'8" or 6'9", around that height, and man, for him to be shooting that well at that height and also providing alright defense, hey, he's a keeper. And I do expect him to actually get a nice payday this summer. So hopefully the Nets can actually hold on to him. But we'll see. We'll see. Right behind Yuta Watanabe, I have Joe Harris. Now, I got Joe Harris in this position because although he has been shooting well from 3, he's shooting 37%. It's just his defense has not been good. I'ma just keep it real. It has not been good. Also, as I was explaining earlier in this video, the Brooklyn Nets, they have a lot of, catch and shoot guards. And like I said before, I feel like Seth Curry is the best catch and shoot guard on this team. And Joe Harris, I feel like he's the 2nd best. Another thing that's been holding him back is injuries. He is coming off of injuries. And though I feel like those injuries, they definitely slowed him down, but I still believe in his potential. When he was healthy, he definitely made an impact on this team. So I can't put him any lower than that. I feel like he will bounce back eventually, but as of right now, his defense, it is lackluster. And yeah. Right behind Joe Harris, I have TJ Warren. Now, TJ Warren, he's a player who has the potential to easily be up here. But as of right now, I do have him at this position just because he's only been playing for a month. And I feel like him only playing for a month is not enough time for me to actually gauge how good he really is and if he's fully back in tip-top shape and tip-top form. Now, as we know, he's been out rehabbing for 2 years. And for him being out of the league for 2 years, I feel like he's definitely bounced back decently. But like I said, I need to see a little bit more. And hey, we seen how he did in the bubble. If he does keep progressing more and more, he can definitely be probably right here on this list, or right here, or in front of Ben Simmons. You never know. But as of right now, I got him right here with the potential to easily jump up. Right behind TJ Warren, I have Patty Mills. Now, this one might make some Brooklyn Nets fans mad, but me personally, I feel like Patty Mills, he still has, potential to impact on this team, especially if one of the catch and shoot guards that I was speaking about before get injured. Now, out of the 3 catch and shoot guards they got, I feel like he is the worst, and it's mainly because of his defense. Now, I know I said Joe Harris was bad defensively, but Patty Mills, he's undersized as well. At least Joe Harris is 6'6", so he has a little size to him. Patty Mills is only like 6'1", so with that being said, it makes him even more of a liability defensively. But like I said, I do feel like he still provides a great role for this team, being a veteran and also being a good catch and shoot player. And speaking of catch and shoot, that brings me to the player I have right behind him, aka Cam Thomas. Now, the reason I have Cam Thomas behind Patty Mills, and I know you could argue that Cam Thomas is better. But for this specific team, Cam Thomas is not better. And the reason I say that is because he is one of those ball-dominant style of point guards. And with a team with Kyrie and KD, that's just not going to work. You have to be a player who can catch and shoot with them. And due to that, it causes him to, just chunk up shots and not look that great when he's actually out there on the floor with them. But when they are not on the floor, we have seen a lot of potential when it comes to him. Does he pass the ball? Not really. But, hey, he can score. He can definitely do that. And I feel like if he was on a team that actually needed that scoring ability, I feel like he would impact them more. You could kind of look at him as like a discount Colin Sexton, to be honest. But yeah, I got him at decent rotational player. If he was on a different team and got more minutes, I feel like he could impact them more. But this team just doesn't really need his scoring, so that hurts him a lot. Right behind him, I have Edmund Sumner. Now, I got him at now it's getting tough. Should I put him at fine for garbage time, or I gotta think. I think I'll put him at fine for garbage time. Now, me personally, I don't really see as much potential in him, to be honest. His stats don't really jump off the board, but I do feel like he has potential to be a solid defender. He is 6'4", and he's pretty athletic and pretty quick, so I do feel like he has potential when it comes to that aspect of his game. But me personally, I just feel like he's not that impactful to this team. So I do have him at fine for garbage time / development. Right behind him, I have Markieff Morris. And I could argue that Markieff Morris could be right here, but I'm going to put him at fine for garbage time / development right now. And like I said, he could really be up here, to be honest. But I'm going to leave him right here. He is getting older, but he's still a solid veteran, man. He really is still a solid veteran, man. He is shooting 41% from 3, so he is one of those big men that can actually shoot. And he does provide a lot of toughness and a lot of the intangibles that you don't really get from other players. So I definitely like him. I definitely like Markieff Morris, and I feel like he's one of those vets that any team would want on their team. Right behind Morris, I have Day'Ron Sharpe. Now, I got him right here because I really like what I see out of him when he gets the minutes. He's a big man. He's 6'11", and he crashes the rim very hard, man, especially when it comes to getting rebounds. So, shout out to him on that. I like to see more time and development out of him, but hey, if he keeps playing how he is playing and, keeps getting that opportunity, he can definitely make an impact on his team and be a solid big man for him. Like I said, he crashes the boards pretty hard, and he is a solid 6'11". So, hey, keep developing, young man. Right behind Sharpe, I have David Duke Jr. Now, I got him right here because out of the young players, I feel like he has shown the least amount of, growth and just success in general. Now, he's been averaging around 9 minutes per game when he does actually play in the games, and he just hasn't really shown much. He hasn't really been able to hit his 3, and if we just speak on impacts and things of that nature, I feel like Sharpe has been way more impactful when it comes to crashing the glass and things of that nature. Now, with that being said, I do got him in this position, and right behind him as the worst player on the team, I have Kessler Edwards. Now, Kessler Edwards has potential to jump up, but as right now, he just hasn't really had enough run for me to warrant putting him above any of these other players. Now, like I said, he does have potential due to his size and his position. He is 6'7", so he does have some height and size to him. And if Yuta Watanabe and also TJ Warren end up signing new deals with other teams, that will definitely give him the opportunity to, you know, get some minutes and get some run. But as of right now, he still needs to develop. He still needs to get more time in the game. And yeah, that completes this list. But let's recap this list and then I'll close out. All right, so to recap this list, as the best player on the team, I have Kevin Durant. As the second best player on the team, I have Kyrie Irving. As the third best player on the team, I have Ben Simmons. As the fourth best player on the team, I have Nick Claxton. As the fifth best player on the team, I have Royce O'Neal. As the sixth best player on the team, I have Seth Curry. As the seventh best player on the team, I have Yuta Watanabe. As the eighth best player on the team, I have Joe Harris. As the ninth best player on the team, I have TJ Warren. As the 10th best player on the team, I have Patty Mills. As the 11th best player on the team, I have Cam Thomas. As the 12th best player on the team, I have Edmund Sumner. As the 13th best player on the team, I have Markieff Morris. As the 14th best player on the team, I have Day'Ron Sharpe. As the 15th best player on the team, I have David Duke Jr. And as the 16th and worst player on the team, I have Kessler Edwards. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like the motherfucking video. And if you want your team to be in the next tier list video, put that down in the comments down below. Put your team in the comments down below, man. But hey, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, and I'm out. Peace.